In Dublin, a major refugee crisis intensified by the Ukraine conflict has heightened tensions. Ireland's existing housing crisis is evident with rising tent encampment, regularly dismantled by police. An EU policy allows Ukrainians to enter Europe without initial asylum applications, while a new UK law deporting illegal immigrants has increased asylum applications in Ireland. This situation has led to arson attacks, riots, and 63% of Irish citizens now favoring stricter immigration controls. Europe's contradictory approach is evident. While supporting Ukraine against Russia, it simultaneously enacts policies to limit Ukrainian immigration. This stance stems from two main factors: the influence of far-right conservative parties in European politics and concerns over neo-Nazi and white nationalist elements among Ukrainian refugees, which could jeopardize European societal and political stability.
Welcome to TFI Global, the antidote to mass delusion.
An EU policy permits Ukrainians to enter Europe without first applying for asylum, while a recent post-Brexit UK law allowing the deportation of illegal migrants has led to an increase in asylum applications in Ireland. Since the end of 2023, there have been arson attacks on buildings designated to become refugee shelters and riots. Ireland, with its densely populated areas and significant amounts of inhabitable land, is grappling with a severe housing crisis. This situation makes immigration a challenging issue, complicating demographic and urban planning efforts. The influx of refugees exacerbates existing housing shortages, highlighting the need for comprehensive policies to address both humanitarian needs and domestic pressures. An Irish Times poll indicates that 63% of the population now supports stricter immigration policies. Slogans such as "Ireland is full" and "Ireland for the Irish" have become increasingly common. The crisis extends beyond Ireland and the UK, with the English Channel as a key migration point between France and the UK. The UK's plan to deport asylum seekers to Rwanda, despite legal and human rights concerns, faces partial suspension in Northern Ireland for breaching the post-Brexit Windsor framework. Brexit negotiations have faced challenges, particularly with the Northern Ireland Protocol, which sought to avoid a hard border while leaving the EU customs union and single market. This creation of a de facto sea border has led to renewed ethnic and religious tensions in Northern Ireland. By the end of 2022, 15 million Ukrainian refugees had fled to Western Europe, the largest crisis since World War II, reigniting migrant smuggling in Eastern Europe. The ongoing conflict and NATO involvement threaten to increase refugee flows, potentially destabilizing Western Europe with radicalized elements. In June 2022, the British government announced its intention to deport thousands of asylum seekers to Rwanda for processing. Former Prime Minister Boris Johnson defended this arrangement, claiming Rwanda to be one of the world's safest destinations for migrants, as if UK is not. Current Prime Minister Rishi Sunak also plans to continue with this policy. However, British judges have contested the safety of Rwanda as a destination. On May 1st, the UK began detaining migrants for deportation to Rwanda following a parliamentary decision to overrule a Supreme Court judgment and declare Rwanda a safe destination. Legal experts argue that this decision breaches both domestic and international laws. This decision has sparked significant controversy due to Rwanda's past and current human rights record, while reflecting the extent of UK's concern towards Ukraine. Rwanda's history with migrant agreements includes a controversial deal with Israel in 2013 to accept Sudanese and Eritrean migrants, which was criticized for its poor human rights record, likened to imprisonment. On May 13th, a High Court in Belfast suspended the Rwanda Act in Northern Ireland, citing a violation of the Windsor framework, which governs post-Brexit relations with the EU. Law professor Colin Murray noted that EU laws protecting asylum seekers continue to apply in Northern Ireland under the Good Friday Agreement. The influx of displaced Ukrainians, the largest European refugee crisis since World War II, could potentially aggravate conflicts in Ireland and across Western Europe. By the end of 2022, 15 million Ukrainians had fled to Western Europe. This mass migration has revived migrant smuggling in Eastern Europe, exacerbated by ongoing Russian military operations and NATO troop presence in Ukraine, potentially worsening the crisis further, while highlighting the true malicious nature of Europe and the old wily UK.